Humor High Wire.
Back at it again with Catzilla shirt.
Wait, did you wear that 2 weeks in a row? That's crazy. What a
I
coincidence.
do my laundry, dude.
Oh my god. Oh wait, they're not gonna get that. So,
No, they're not. This is
like,
going to be a completely separate
man.
time frame.
Damn, the joke's not gonna land.
No, it's not. You got to be
Wait a
really
minute.
careful with time framing these sorts of things because
Did you wear that shirt and have your hair look that same exact way, and also have your camera at that same exact angle, and have your bed, the guest bedroom, in that same exact state in the background, and all those other factors?
we are about consistency here at Humor High Wire. Okay?
That's something we're really good at on this show.
Yeah.
Consistency. You'll notice
That's why I
that-
wear this cat shirt every day.
Yeah, between episodes, our content has stayed exactly the same, and the way we present it has stayed the same.
Right.
Yeah.
You didn't just go through multiple weeks of not talking heads after having talking heads. That didn't happen.
You didn't have the best episode of the show ever, followed quickly by a regression to the old content format for multiple weeks.
We also haven't
then,
changed the name of the podcast yet.
That's
And
true.
then
We've
also an
consistently been
insane
Humor High Wire.
medium of like horrible technical difficulties from the camera aspect, and Ian trying something with his background and all kinds of things.
Yeah. All that.
Oh, no.
We're going to be all over the place. It's going to be great. But today, on this perfectly set up and ready to go podcast, we've got two wonderful segments for you. An old favorite, Beyond Belief, and Does It Law, which at this point you've seen already. So that's good. Probably. I think. But in case you haven't, we'll explain how it works. But first up is Beyond Belief, and we'll explain that one after this. Nope, that's not the right thing. Whoops.
Wait, that's so good. I love that.
Where is the...
Wait a minute. Audio listeners,
Oh, here it is.
you heard that.
It's time for the Humor High Wire.
By Humor High Wire.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was actually JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference.
Goodbye, JoJo.
That's it.
Editor, play the Goodbye, JoJo.
この命も燃やし尽くそう引き換えにってよ君の力を封じよ
Goodbye, JoJo. Clip.
It's always my episodes. It's always my episodes. It's always mine.
And don't get copyright struck. So have fun with that.
Oh.
I don't know. On the Beholder one, I superimposed a bunch of like pictures in places. Nothing like this, but yeah, I did a little something.
I think I
there.
played a
Something.
clip during one of the ones I edited, so it should be all right.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, so our first segment of this lovely episode is Beyond Belief, where we each find an article in the news that tests your willingness to believe that it is true. And this week, unilaterally and individually, we have all chosen news articles that have to do with animals doing crazy things. So let's get into it.
I have no words. This is literally beyond belief.
So who wants to go first? Okay, I'll go first. Mine has to do with a leopard seal. So apparently, this guy decided he wanted to go for an afternoon stroll in Gordons Bay in South Africa. It just moseying on down the street. This 2-ton leopard seal was just moving around in South Africa on the streets, walking around, doing his thing. Nobody knows how he got there. Nobody knows where he came from. But apparently, it's a young male. Weighs about 2 tons. And if you know anything about leopard seals, which I don't know a whole lot, but I do know that they can be pretty aggressive. So it's pretty crazy to think that this guy, this 2-ton predator, made it into a town in South Africa before anybody trying to do anything about it. Like, he just, like, stealth mode went into a town and then arted up, doing his thing. For those of you who are ecologically minded, they were able to sedate Mr. Sea Lion and excuse me, I'm getting it wrong.
They actually weren't able to
Elephant
sedate
seal.
him.
Excuse me. It's an elephant seal. I got it wrong. But it's
Wow,
yeah.
that is way worse.
Yeah.
it was
That's
an
way
elephant
worse.
seal, now it's
It was an
not.
elephant seal. Yeah. Yeah,
That
which is why he weighs around
recontextualizes my whole visual on
Yeah.
this article.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were able to sedate them. And they were able to guide him back into a transport trailer to get him back to his natural habitat. So, like, they didn't have to, do that thing they have to do with some predatory animals who are no longer afraid of humans, which I don't agree with at all. There's better ways. But anyway, they were able to sedate him, get him back to his natural habitat. But again, a 2-ton seal just in a town, and nobody noticed until he was, like, inland. Like, what happened there? I'm curious about that. What led up to this? This is just Google images.
What's the where do they usually live?
Look at this guy. How did that stealth into this town?
I d-
Where
Don't know.
Where do they hail from?
Oh my gosh, was that him? That couldn't have been him.
What,
I don't know. I don't know where
Are they a
they are
cold
from.
climate usually?
Apparently the SPCA for the Cape of Good Hope has something to do with returning the seal back to the beachheading. So I'm assuming they're native to that area. But yeah, this was kind of a quick grab, peek behind the curtain. It turned out that a couple of us synced up on the thing that we wanted to do. So I pulled this one for my selection. But yeah, I thought that was a fun little thing, and it's better than a lot of the other Beyond Beliefs that I've done, where nothing bad happened in this one. Absolutely nothing bad. There was just a seal.
Nobody left in tears.
Yep. Nope. There was
Well,
just a
somebody
seal
was.
that rolled a nat 20 on its stealth check, got into a town, and then tripped, and and they were like, "Oh, hey, you're not supposed to be here," and then they took him back, and it was good. It was funny.
Roll, you're not supposed to be here from Skyrim.
You're not supposed to be here.
I ain't gonna lie, it's El Drill, bro. There's no way in hell I could get an APL. They got 10 security guards for me. And then they got in the woods with paintball guns. They just shot my cameraman. You good, mud?
Yeah. Thanks.
So you're
Edgar.
finally awake.
That's the wrong clip. Why did you play that one? What the hell?
Old frick.
You'll never take
I
me
used to be an
alive.
adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, we went west with this one. I don't know.
So what do you guys got?
Well, I've got something that I found nobody else found. So
It's perfectly mine.
yeah, it was
Never
always
seen
mine.
before.
Nobody's ever heard of this. There was put yourself in Kentucky right now. All right, you're in.
I kind of don't
Kentucky,
want to, but okay.
And
Did you know in Kentucky you can own a Gatling gun?
dude, that's awesome. You might need it for what's about to happen here. So you're coming home. You come home. You go to your kitchen, and there's a black bear, You're like, whoa, dude, what are you doing here? He's sitting on your stove. He's sitting on your stove. You look up, there's a hole in the ceiling. And you start to wonder, man, how did this get here? Well, imagine this. You left a ladder outside of your house leading up, and a bear falls through your ceiling. That's what happened in Kentucky on May 21st, 2025 at around 5 a.m.
What they don't tell you is that the bear had like a black tie on and some really dark sunglasses and a watch that had a laser on it.
Dude, and then he went, hey, boo-boo.
You totally went in a different direction.
Only you could prevent forest fires? Where were you going with that?
It was a secret agent bear. Secret agent
never
bear was on
heard
a
of
secret
that.
mission and then fell through this. You ever seen like the thing where people are crawling through the air ducts and then like
That is-
reality sets in and they fall through the air ducts because they're not meant to hold human weight?
First of all, no, I've never seen someone do that. Second of all, where have you ever seen a spy bear?
In Kentucky.
No, you didn't see it.
Listen, we all know what it was.
Insights by Ground AI. Wait a minute. That's crazy.
Ground News, friend of the show, not a sponsor, but hey, reach out to us. What are you doing?
What is happening?
We're immediately like completely poisoning our own thing
You
here
have
by
to
just
log into chat. Okay.
doing this too much. This is too much.
Audio listeners love you. to
Never
death.
mind.
This is too much.
Audengroff has just be sure to edit that word, by the way. Audengroff has just
I'm a graph.
pulled up ChatGPT without logging in and asked it to generate an image of a black bear that is actually a secret agent.
It was
Yeah.
going to be a good bit, but it didn't pan out.
Yeah, you could have gone to Gemini,
Yeah.
or Grok. Probably Grok could probably do it. Anyway, so that's my story. There was a bear in Kentucky, fell through a ceiling. Then it was put down.
That's cool.
No, I'm kidding. It wasn't put down.
That would be a horrible end, and that wouldn't be cool at all.
Well, you said it was cool, so I don't know.
I recant. I withdraw that. That was cool.
Oh, so you wish it was put down? Because
No.
I said it wasn't put down, and now you've recanted your statement that it.
I
it
think
was
it
cool.
breaking the roof of their house is also not cool. So I'm withdrawing the cool altogether. I've decided.
Bear doesn't know. Wait, what's that thing?
I just think it's not cool anymore.
What's that thing? The missile knows where it's been by subtracting where it isn't from where it is. Editor, pull that up. Pull that up. Put that in there.
That one's not happening. And this isn't like all those other ones where I say it's not happening and then I take an extra 20 minutes and make it happen. This time it's not happening. Oh, something happened. There he is. There he is.
God.
Look at him.
This is what that family in Kentucky walked into.
I just
Just
wanna see
more
the
disheveled.
hand. I just want to see the hand that's in the pocket. Also,
Doesn't exist.
I'm really worried about this bear because it looks like at first glance when you go from the torso to the head, like everything seems fine, and then you look around the collar and you start to realize something's very wrong. Either this bear's choking or where the collar is, it's actually fake. Okay,
No.
that's a little better.
Wait, he's actually doing okay. He's
Yeah.
doing a little better. Like this guy can
Yeah.
breathe a little bit at least.
He even has ear holes in his hat.
But what is he holding?
That's a
What's he
flashlight
holding?
for
It's a
sure.
flashlight.
or a UV light. It could be.
Okay.
What I'm more
All right,
concerned for
you're
are
right.
his eyes. If you look behind those glasses, you'll notice
Wait.
the bulging.
Wait.
Okay, that's enough.
So,
That's enough.
audio listeners love you to death. I'm so sorry. Come check out YouTube if you want to see.
Also,
which
the
one-
video
no,
version
don't
of
go to
Spotify.
Don't go to Spotify. That's not real.
Yes, it is. Okay,
It's not
whatever.
real. Just go to YouTube. It's the best platform.
What do you got for us, Justin?
Okay. I have not a non-ground news article. Sorry, ground news, please reach out.
Blasphemy. It's got so much
So-
political bias, corporate backing. It's gonna be awful.
All right, audio listeners, Costa Rica police seized 5 capybaras, drugs from fleeing vehicle. There is a beautiful, very pixelated image of capybaras that are clearly detained. So if you're wondering whether or not these capybaras are on this vehicle of their own volition, they assuredly are not.
I wasn't ready.
Which, of course, if you're reading this article, that context could be debatable because you'll find out that this is on a boat, actually. That basically the boat is detained and the criminals essentially were not only transporting drugs, but they were also trafficking capybaras illegally, which they are not a domesticated animal that's allowed to be like owned in many different countries.
So a very misleading title. They were not. They weren't crack cocaine, marijuana capybaras. They were. They were smugglers who were smuggling crack cocaine, marijuana, and capybaras.
Yeah. When I saw the title, which was really, really well written in the form that you were wondering if the drugs were smuggled perhaps within the capybaras or what was happening.
From like the first full glance, because sometimes people, at least I'm one of these people that will like look at a chunk of words like a title and like take them all in at the same time, but then sometimes the words get shuffled around. In my brain, they were capybaras that were addicted to crack cocaine and marijuana. That's what my brain did, which then created the situation that we had a couple minutes ago. But I was not ready for that.
I'm really
That's a
glad
good
that they've
story.
been detained because these drug smuggling capybaras have been smuggling fentanyl north into the U.S. for years. It's how Mexico's been doing it. Actually, if you look it up, this is a real thing.
Yeah, it's why we've got the Secret Agent Bear program, and why it's going so strong. You have to fight fire with fire, and that's why we are getting such a powerful predator, inside of our forces. Nothing invokes a spirit of power like the American black bear. So that's, besides maybe the American grizzly, but as of yet, we don't have that demographic represented in the program.
This
So-
reminds me of a movie. You ever seen? I think it's called Cats and Dogs or Cats versus Dogs.
Classic film.
It's like you got secret agent dogs on one side, and then you have evil villain cat on the other side.
Yeah, Mr.
This is
Snicklefritz. Oh,
What is happening here?
we have too much power now with presentation mode. He's on a
He's
little
parcel.
journey.
What's
He's
it
like a
tied
little.
to?
Oh, I don't know.
Also, again, how is that? It's like the rope ties it, and then it
to nothing.
disappears into his fur somewhere.
Can we take
Yeah.
a moment though to appreciate how the forestal ambiance is set in these images? I feel like these are Shire capybaras that are like on these
Small-ass
Tolkien-esque
trees.
journeys.
The backpack full of cocaine.
This is either a giant capybara or these are tiny ass trees, dude.
Oh my, wait. What
Dude.
if the scale is much more dire than we ever could have imagined?
A dire
And these
capybara.
Goodness.
These are actually like several 1,000-foot tall trees, and this like capybara is like hundreds upon hundreds of feet.
It's
That
over
means
for us.
this dude's
ginormity.
carrying like
It's over
metric
for us.
tons of cocaine.
We live in his world.
Okay, that's enough. I'm taking this away now.
It's like those elephants from the Lord of the Rings films.
What?
You know which ones I'm talking about from the third one?
It still only counts as one.
Yeah, but it's a capybara, and he's got a whole bunch of meth on his back.
Dude, Legolas
Now
would
it's meth.
shoot the shit out of that guy.
They're olifants. Or the-
Olifants. They got 4
yeah.
tusks, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
or the
Dude, those things are sick.
the Mumakil.
Shout out J.R.R. Tolkien.
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 J.R.R. Tolkien.
And shout out
Prefer Tolkien.
Shout
That's
out
just wrong.
what's the name of that person who wrote Harry Potter?
No,
Shout out
we don't shout her out.
I can't remember her name.
Jack
Any of the
Rowling.
show.
All
It's
right.
Jack Rowling.
Yeah,
J.K. Rowling. Yeah. Rowling. Shout out.
bleep that out.
Shout out.
Bleep it out.
Shout out the UK. Shout
Okay.
out followers.
All right, I think it's time to move on. We're going to move on to this segment that I, at this point in the continuity stream, do not know if you've seen or heard yet. I think it's yes, but we're going to do Does It Law. It's like he's on a plane and he has a stream deck right next to him, says his little campy thing, and then presses a button.
And then the entire aircraft goes down because the DEI pilot was on it and driving the plane.
Gosh. All right, so Clune is going to be running This Does It Law, so I'm going to do this for us.
What are you doing? Shout
I just
out
changed the-
Starbucks there. Fan of the show. They actually said they love us, and if you don't believe me, you can check out the tweet that we're putting up on screen right now.
I'm pro-union, personally.
What any of that
Same.
means. All right, so I guess we'll just jump right into this. I've hosted this once before. For our new listeners who are just tuning in, I'm going to propose 3 different situations for Audengroff and Ian CK to tell me if they're legally sound or not. These are all hypothetical situations. So, also, this is not legal advice. We are not licensed practitioners of the law, but I do have some sources here that tell me that maybe these are probably illegal or not. So,
Those sources will also be listed in the show notes.
yes. So, all right. We have our first hypothetical scenario here. You are setting up for a frog race in California. It gets better. All right. Picture this. You have 1,300 frogs that you bred for racing. 5 of your frogs die of natural causes, and you freeze them for 3 days only to prepare and cook them later. Is this legal?
So, just to go over the scenario again. We are preparing for a frog race in California, and we have 1,300 frogs. 5 of them die of natural causes, and you freeze them to then cook them later.
Yeah.
Is it legal?
Yeah.
Well, personally, I think the frog race is a red herring, and I think it has to do with whether or not you can have frog legs from frogs that have died of natural causes. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that the racing aspect doesn't matter. It's more so whether they died of natural causes or not. And I'm going to go ahead and say I'm having a hard time finding an angle where it would be illegal to consume these frog legs, because it wouldn't have to do with inhumanely killing them.
I don't think it has to do with whether it's humane or not. I think it has to do with food safety. Because claiming that something dies of natural causes would say that they died of some sort of either being old or some sort of disease or something like that. Natural causes can mean a whole lot of things when it comes to animals. Natural causes could be like getting mauled by another creature, technically. Maybe that's a little bit too far, but I think it has to do with food safety, where your frogs need to be butchered, I guess. They need to be no, the word would be slaughtered. Unfortunately, it's should come up with a better term, but that's what it is. The frogs would need to be slaughtered within the bounds of what is supposed to be food safety relevant for you to be able to then consume it.
Okay, you know what? I like that frame of logic, so you've won me over.
Okay. So what is the answer? Is this illegal or not legal?
It will be not legal.
Okay. All right. And I've heard your guys' reasoning at this point. And it's because of your reasoning that I don't know if I should award you guys any points. So here's the thing. No, this is not legal. But you said the race was a red herring. It wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, so according to California code, any person may possess any number of live frogs to be used in frog jumping contests. But if such a frog dies or is killed, it must be destroyed as soon as possible and may not be eaten or otherwise used for any purpose.
Wait.
So there were a number of things that were illegal in this scenario. First of all, you freeze them for 3 days. You freeze them for 3 days in this scenario, and they have to be destroyed as soon as possible. So clearly we're not destroying them by freezing them. And then the fact that they're prepared then to be eaten is also illegal. So I'm sure that part definitely aligns with what you were saying, but I'm just sitting here like thinking like, why are we destroying them?
There's
We can't
some
bury them or
context
anything.
here.
Like,
There's a frog
There's-
incinerator.
There's some context
crazy.
here. Something happened.
So, frog racing being legal in California is diabolical.
How many frogs are there in California anyway?
I don't know, man. They probably they probably breed them. They probably bring them in. Like, frog racing's got to be huge over there for this to be a law, right? I don't know. So tell us in the comments or email us. Let us know. We'll have all our links in the show notes here. I guess I'll give you guys the point because you got whether it was legal or not. I'm not going to give an extra point for why because it
correct.
really had to do with
The fact that
frog
you're racing them to
Yeah.
begin with.
Do you think you can like Frankenstein their limbs or something? Like, why do they need to be destroyed?
Dude, I don't know.
It's because of the rampant frog doping.
Maybe they're like dead frog bodies are really
Oh my god,
Good
it's
at
like cannibalism.
spreading
Like,
some sort of parasite or disease. I don't know.
There's
they
probably
power
some
up.
sort of reason for it, but that would require a lot more digging. If
Yeah.
you are an expert on frog jump competition laws in California, let us know.
Please, I'm so interested. All right, let's jump
Ah,
if you would into our second scenario. All right, you're an owner of a small arcade in Arkansas, or if you want to say it in the illegal way, Arkansas, any other way but Arkansas. That's illegal if you're in Arkansas.
arcade and saw.
Yeah. So you own a small arcade. You have several pinball machines that people love to play, and you just purchased and installed a brand new machine last night for use today. It's a huge hit. A line begins to form behind it. Players are patiently watching and waiting for their respective turns. One guy goes on this crazy winning streak. He inserts 2 coins to increase his odds of getting a high score. His streak goes on for like 30 games, and then he leaves. Is this legal?
I'm assuming this new machine's a pinball machine.
Yes, it's a pinball machine. I think I said that.
You said
Yeah,
a new
several
machine.
pinball machines.
You said, yeah, well, you said they had pinball machines, and then you said he got a new machine. The new machine could be a
Yeah.
different arcade
Yes.
game or something.
This is
But
a new pinball machine that he just got.
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the manner in which this pinball wizard pinballed, but I don't know for sure. Did you give a specific number of pinball machines?
Nope. I
Okay.
did give some other specifics, but I'm not going to mention them unless you ask.
You said it was a small arcade in Arkansas, several pinball machines. Is there anything else in the arcade other than pinball machines?
Sure. There's plenty of stuff. You name it, they've got it in this small arcade. They've
Okay.
got everything in this tiny arcade.
They got a new...
You're the owner, by the way.
You're the owner.
Yeah, you're the owner of this arcade.
They got a new pinball machine.
Yep.
And people were lining up to play it. There was a dude who showed up and was like, yeah, I'm super good at pinball. He put in 2 coins,
Mhm.
and which increased his odds of getting a high score.
Yep.
And then he won like 30 games.
Yeah, he won
got a
like
high
30
score and left.
games.
How many people were waiting in line behind him?
That's not relevant, so I'll make up a number.
Okay.
We'll say enough to be within the respective fire code, if that helps.
I'm not sure. I need to take a second to think about this.
As he looks it up. You're muted.
I wasn't looking it up. I think it has something to do...
Justin,
Feel free
you're-
to weigh in
I-
on this. I'm just
Ivan
talking.
Groff,
But
Justin, you're awfully quiet on this matter. What are you thinking?
I have a confession.
did you look it up?
No, but I did look up
Oh,
wildlife.ca.gov.
What?
Were you going back to the frog thing?
And I can confirm,
Uh-huh.
per California Fish and Wildlife Preservation
Yes.
guidelines, that the disposal is in order to avoid the spread of disease and
Mhm.
parasites. And there are extreme protocols in place if the disposal doesn't go appropriately with the racing frogs, so that they can understand what kind of contaminations got loose in order to take measures to stop rampant disease spread. So
Makes
apparently
sense.
it's a really big deal.
That
I
makes
feel
a
like there
lot
was
of
like
sense.
a warts outbreak or something, like some terrible,
Probably a
like-
parasite.
yeah, brain eating worm or something.
Dude,
Yeah.
don't drink standing water.
Yeah, only drink water if it's lying down.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
all of that to say, while you were very wonderfully explaining the prompt, I was reading up on frog disposal.
Right. Okay.
Great.
So do you think the scenario was... I'm going to leave it to you then. Do you think the scenario I just pushed was legal or not legal, Odengroff?
Based on what I heard of Ian's recounting, I'm going to say that it doesn't, to me, sound particularly wrong. So I'm going to say that it was legal.
Okay, Ian?
Yeah, you keep saying you're listening to my recounting. Does that mean that you didn't listen to the original prompt?
No, he did
Yeah, I
not.
was reading about frogs.
So no, okay. There was some specificity in there about 2 coins, but I don't know. It seems on the up and up. Arkansas is weird though, but sure, we'll go with it's legal.
Arkansas is weird. This is the same place.
This is the
listen,
same where it's illegal to
is
say
the
the state
same-
name wrong.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the
Yeah,
same place.
it's
But
that
there's
place.
no punishment for that, by the way.
It's just illegal.
Yeah.
It's Arkansas again.
It could be a similar thing where it's illegal to put like 2 coins in a pinball machine at a time, but there's no like punishment
It's
for it.
Arkansas again.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with the 2 coins. And like pinball high score league regulations or something. I think it has something to do with that. I think
Yeah,
it might
for
be
sure,
illegal.
for sure.
Okay, so we're switching
You
to
know what?
this is illegal.
Yeah. On the
I want a
grounds
little
that
bit
it's
of
Arkansas, and they've got to have that thing. They've got to have that thing regulated. I missed that very key bit of information that it's Arkansas. And that's a
Arkansas does
huge
strike me
deal.
as a state that will
That's a
regulate
huge
things
deal.
that don't matter,
Okay.
but then won't regulate things that do matter. So,
All right. So I guess we're locking that in. You would both get a point then. It is unfortunately illegal to own a pinball machine as like an arcade owner or whatever
wow.
that can give away more than 25 free games per coin usage of said machine. The reason I kind of emphasize the coin is it's also illegal to own a machine that you can insert multiple coins to increase your odds of a high score.
You had something to do with the coins.
Now, let me talk about punishments because this gets crazy. The punishments for owning one of these things can include a fine of up to $1,000 and or up to a year of imprisonment in the county jail. So you can be locked away for.
You're going to county, buddy. How dare you?
Is that an illegally configured pinball machine you got there?
Yeah. I think that it's specifically for like owners of like an arcade. It's to like prevent like weird. They call them bingo machines or something. I don't remember. It's some crazy shit. If you know, again, if any of you listening know anything about Arkansas and its
Arkansas
its
pinball law.
machines, you let us know. We'd love to hear from you. So that's a point for each of you.
Hooray.
I've got one more here to wrap this up. So you're in California. We're back to California. We got
Back
the
in
frogs.
Frogland.
Okay.
All
They
right?
got a great wildlife website.
Now you're setting up this frog race, right? And you get a call on your personal cell phone. You get calls and texts from it, but you get a call from an unknown number, but your caller ID says Jason Zimmerman. Is this legal?
Wait, hold on.
It's a number you don't have saved in your phone.
Is
But it
the
gets
name
removed.
Jason Zimmerman?
From Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Yeah, that's a real person.
Oh, that guy.
Do you know who that is?
Is he the? No. Wait a minute.
I'd
Jason-
be impressed if you knew who Jason Zimmerman from Cinnaminson is.
Different Zimmerman. Okay. So the caller ID is an unknown number, or you get a call from an unknown number, but the caller ID says Jason Zimmerman.
Sure, but the emphasis is on the fact that you have caller ID.
On a personal cell phone in California.
But they're not turning the way you want them to.
I'm just trying to think, like, why in the world would it not be legal to have caller ID in California?
Dude, listen.
Listening.
Well, I'm not getting. You're the one who's supposed to be telling me whether it's legal or not. I'm not here to tell you.
What do you think, I'm a graph? Sorry.
Now you're going to make me do the Nickelback meme.
Whoa.
Look at this graph.
It's just a picture of you. And now you have to do the entire meme by yourself.
Oh, no.
Have fun with that. You have to.
What do you
remake the
think? Do you
meme.
think this is legal or not? Are you
I'm
still looking at
really
frog stuff?
pressed because
We have the frog race, right? And now you got caller
really
ID.
pressed. No, the frog race checks out when you look into it. California isn't usually like they don't do things for no reason like Arkansas.
Maybe.
Usually they have logic behind it, right? Like this is the state that brought you the like hey, like we're going to have extra regulations on some of our like products because we don't want like things that are going to give you cancer in them that some of the other states don't regulate as heavily.
Like 5G towers, dude.
No. But like for
We
instance
gotta
like
tear
some
those
of the
down.
some of the body washes and stuff like that I'm thinking about that California disallowed long before any of the other states were talking about them because
Are you talking about
of-
the little micro beads and stuff? that are
The
really bad for the.
carcinogens.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the microbeads that are really bad for the environment.
You specified it was a personal cell phone, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if that matters. I don't think it does.
I think this is perfectly legal. I
Okay.
can't think of a single reason why having caller ID on a phone would be illegal, unless it has something to do with the name Jason Zimmerman.
No, it does not.
I
That's a
don't
little
think.
Easter egg for our audio listeners.
All right, fine. Yeah, I mean, I usually use New Jersey when I'm thinking about California. I usually use New Jersey as one of the examples because we're similar to them in terms of our like political affiliations and some of our legal infrastructure. So, from that aspect, I know for a fact caller ID is allowed here. So I would lean towards saying that it's okay.
Final answer?
Sure, it's legal.
All right. Well, I'm so sorry to say that if you look this up on Google, you'll actually find out that it is illegal to have caller ID on your phone in California. And Google is extremely wrong. They are so wrong about it.
I was just going to say, this podcast is going to go on so long because you need to explain yourself.
Yeah, so, all right. The reason I even brought this up is because, unfortunately, one of the sources that always comes up when I do this segment is a source called Forest Hill Elementary. And for some reason, on their list of obscure laws, they have so many quote unquote obscure laws, and they're just wrong. So on this list, they have one listed that's literally says caller. It's listed under California, and it says having caller ID is illegal. They are just wrong. And so, of course, I have my source, and I'll put that in the. It's a long source, by the way. I'll put that in the show notes. It's a PDF. Caller ID is legal in California. What isn't legal is the act of spoofing your number in order to look like you're calling from a government agency, or if you spoof your number in order to scam or commit fraudulent activities.
Yeah, that's just fraud and impersonation.
Yeah, but I think it's like if you do the fraud and also you spoofed your number, it's like added penalties. You know, it's like one of those things.
If you fraud and spoof, you've done goofed.
That definitely sounds like California, where they're like they will double down on like if you're bad, like if you have bad behavior, we don't like that. That sounds like them.
So again, this is just me calling out to our audience and shouting into the void, maybe, hey, if you read something on the internet, maybe just check the sources.
Yeah, word to the wise. Anybody who looks up anything on the internet, look for what's called corroborating sources. Look for things that are the same, giving you the same information, and make sure that those sources are things that are reliable. So if it's just a .com that's saying some stuff, try to find some sort of press or a government agency or an educational agency, something like that, something that's publicly known for valid information to corroborate your sources, because there's so much misinformation in the world, and if people just took an extra 3 minutes, you'd find out that you can avoid a lot of it.
Also,
keep it to the government official stuff for sure.
If you're concerned about whether something is legal or illegal, you should reach out to a lawyer, probably. And don't just take our word for it.
No, don't do that. We are not legal professionals. This is not legal advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you need legal counsel, please seek out somebody who is a bar certified lawyer.
I've heard some news about the bar actually recently. Something about AI in the bar exam.
Well, we can address that later, maybe on a controversy corner, because for right now we are super duper out of time. So I hope you guys are satisfied with this episode. I certainly am. And all for you lovely listeners out there, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a good rest of your day, night, week, whatever you need.
Yep. Welcome to Humor Highwire.
Welcome to Humor Highwire. Till next time, guys. Bye.